Hello everyone, this is Tim from Flare Fabrication, and today I'd like to talk to you about the most recent addition to my shop, which is this Cloudray fiber laser. This particular machine I have here is a Cloudray's 50 watt light marker fiber laser. I had been wanting to add the capability of metal engraving for some time, and this laser is exactly what I needed. The machine I bought also came with a rotary chuck for marking cylindrical parts. I do a lot of laser marking for automotive parts, and the rotary tool is perfect for the parts that I like to make. So today I'm going to be making a Christmas ornament for demonstration purposes, using this aluminum blank. Since I'll be cutting through my workpiece, I've elevated it off the table using this soldering fixture. There are better ways to do this, but this is just what I had available to me. So let's begin. Okay, so now we have EasyCAD open. This is the laser engraving software that comes with the laser. This software is very similar to Lightburn in a lot of ways, Lightburn being a software that's very popular in the CO2 laser community. So what we're going to go ahead and do, I'm just going to import a vector for my project. So I have one here that's a Christmas tree. So in the Christmas spirit, we're going to be engraving a Christmas tree ornament. I'm going to go ahead and press Shift-C to center that in the work plane, and you can see that this is quite a bit too large for our piece, but we know our piece is about 85 millimeters tall, so I'm going to change that now. Okay, so now we have it at the right size, and now what I'm going to do, so I want to have the designs on the inside here be engraved into our card, and the outside be cut, so I want to set those to two separate layers. So what I need to do first is ungroup all these shapes. That'll break everything apart, and then I'm going to grab my two layers that I want cut, and I'm going to put these on the blue layer instead. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is hatch that internal features, so I am just going to hide these two layers here, and that'll allow me to grab everything else in here, and then go ahead and press hatch. In our hatch settings here, first I want to mention that we're going to go ahead and use a cross hatch. What that'll do is hatch in both directions instead of just one, make two passes on the part. And what this does is effectively give us a nice white and crisp engraving. And also our angle, we're going to do 45 degrees. And then for line spacing, I'm going to use 0.05 millimeters, which is a pretty conservative number, but it will give us a good fill without going too slow. Okay, so now you can see everything is hatched inside there. At this point we can go ahead and turn those two cut layers back on so we can see them. Now going on to our laser settings, so over here on the right we're going to start with our black, which is the hatch, and I'm going to use a speed of 3000 millimeters a second, power of 80, and frequency we're actually going to change to 50. And then for our cut settings, what we're going to do is a speed of only 500, power of 100%, and frequency of 50. And in addition to that, I'm going to do a loop count of 50, meaning that it'll go over the same line 50 times, just to make sure we cut through, because it will take a few passes. 50 is probably more than we need, but it'll just make sure that we're definitely have cut through. So at this point, we can go ahead and trace this pattern and go back over to the laser. So on the laser bed, the next thing we'll want to do is get our part lined up. So when we press the red button, it'll start outlining our part so that we can get it perfectly lined up. So then we just need to move it into position so that we know we're going to be cutting in the right area, and then we can go ahead and press mark. Now we can go ahead and pop our part out, and just like that, our ornament is finished. I hope you enjoyed this video. We're able to learn a little bit more about fiber lasers. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.